Hi everyone, my name is Marcia, and in this video I'm going to talk about what it's like having no inner monologue and aphantasia, which I recently found out about. I'm hoping this video just helps other people with it feel like they're not alone, and I found out that it's actually more common than what I originally thought. So how did I find out I had aphantasia and no inner monologue? I knew I didn't have an inner monologue for a while. It's actually because of this, I think it was like a New Yorker article that came out and back when like Facebook was popular, and somebody, I think a mutual friend, posted it, and I was like, what do you mean, voices in your head? I remember thinking, what do you mean there's voices in your head? I thought, no, that's stuff for people that go to the loony bin. I basically had like a Talladega Nights moment where, I don't know if you guys know that movie where he's like, you should be medicated.
Sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be
So I had the Talladega Nights moment, and then I found out, wait, actually the majority of people can talk to themselves. And also I found out from like other peers that sometimes they can have multiple voices, like they could play like a conversation from like 5 years ago and they could almost like recreate the moment, or they'll like have the outcome be a desired outcome, which it's hard for me to relate to, but yeah. And I guess that doesn't mean you need psychiatric help. I did think for a moment that a lot of people needed psychiatric help, but that's not the case. So yeah, but I recently found out I have aphantasia, and how it all started was I was scrolling on TikTok, as people do these days, and I think it was that Apple test where I think the guy that was on the video said, imagine an apple, and I was like, what? And then I think he was asking like descriptive details about it, and I know the concept of an apple, like out loud I can tell you like an apple is red, green, or whatever, or I can tell you like the last apple that I ate, but I can't picture it in my brain. And it's strange now looking back, because when I was a kid I always struggled with like literature comprehension stuff, and whenever I got asked a question about like imagining something, I remember I think my teacher or even my parents probably thought like I just didn't want to do the assignment. But I think I didn't have very good communication skills like as a kid. I couldn't quite communicate that I couldn't see it. And I think that's why I went like, so I'm 30 now, 30 years not really noticing it. Because I think I just thought, oh, I just didn't understand the assignment. Like I didn't understand what was being asked of me. And I think I like, in my brain probably like, whenever I got told to imagine something, I would just like think of the last thing I saw. So like if you asked me like imagine a horse, like it was always my own personal horse, or if you told me to imagine a dog, I would always like imagine my own like family dog. And when I mean imagine, like if they were like, well, describe the dog, I'd be like, oh, it's a black Rottweiler, and like that's how I would describe it. Or I'd say, oh, I have a black lab, but I'm just describing something that I actually have, where yeah, I could never like draw one from memory. So what is it actually like for me to work, or I guess like day to day, when it comes to not having an inner monologue or aphantasia? So I get like hours of silence, like when I am coding or like doing anything for work, or like let's just say sending an email, there's nothing going on. Like it's just, well, silence. It is no sound, no pictures. Sometimes like I'll talk out loud, like I think one time when I was thinking through something, or I'll get out like my iPad and pen, or pen and paper, like if I'm stuck, like I'm like, okay, well, like I don't understand why this code's not working, and then like I'll write down like from the beginning, like it works up to here and something like that. But there's nothing going on, and like there's no voice or anything at all. Like I will speak, but that's only if I'm like on a Zoom call or like a Teams call with like another person. Like I will talk to them or talk through it, like, hey, it's working all the way up to here, but I'm not quite sure like if it's bad data or whatever. But other than that, it's just silence. I work through it, get to the solution, and move on. So basically I just function like everybody else. A good friend of mine that is a lot smarter than me, I think, said it best. It's like there's a curtain for me. Like you guys, the curtain's all the way up, right? Like just imagine like you guys can hear, you can see, like visualize, where for me the curtain's all the way down, but I'm doing the exact same thing as whatever you guys are doing. Just for me the curtain's all the way down and there's no sound. But yeah, I don't think it's, like I said, stopped me from doing anything I wanted to in life. I think it's just another way of doing things, simply. I am a little jealous or a little bit envious that you guys can have like full-on conversations, especially like that one thing my boyfriend actually brought it up, where like you can like think of a conversation a few years ago that maybe it didn't go your way, and like you could literally replay it and like play it the way you want it to happen. I wish I had that. I do actually have like anxiety, so I feel like in a way it's a good thing I don't have inner monologue or aphantasia. I feel like it would just like take what I already have and like make it worse, where I don't know, I feel like it could also be helpful on the flip side, where it could like help talk you down, because I don't have anything that kind of talks me down. I'm trying to think of the last time I really had bad anxiety or like nervousness. Yeah, it was when I was at a horse show with my horse, and I didn't even realize I was having it until, for me, my cue is like when my horse like snorts really loud multiple times, it's just like a cue to me that I gotta breathe. So, but like, I couldn't tell you like in that moment like what was going on. It was like after I got the cue, I understood what was going on. So yeah, other than that, day-to-day stuff, kind of the same, just yeah, I don't hear anything. It's just a lot of silence. I think that's why I really love having my dog at home and being there while I work, because they really help me a lot. And yeah, no, I think I've always connected with animals, and I think knowing that I have aphantasia and no inner monologue, like I think their presence has really helped me, and I'm really blessed and lucky that I've always had animals growing up. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I hope this video, if you are somebody that recently found out that you have aphantasia or no inner monologue, helps you, realizes you're not alone. And I guess for the people and majority of the population that do have an inner monologue or actually can see stuff, I found out there's an opposite. You can have hyperphantasia, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, no, I think it's just interesting. Like I said, love to learn more about this topic, and if you have any questions at all, comment below. I'd love to help answer stuff. Maybe it's interesting to you, or maybe you have some cool insights for me. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that's what it's like having no inner monologue and aphantasia. I work just like everybody else does. I just don't see or hear anything. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any other frequently asked questions. Oh, I get asked a lot, do I dream? I do, which is strange. And I found out through like some research, I guess like it's a different part of your brain that controls your dreaming. So that's why like it doesn't really affect people with aphantasia or having no inner monologue. I don't remember dreams very well. Like I find it interesting, people will say, oh, they can vividly remember stuff, where that never happens for me. I can get like a gist or like a feeling, like I wake up and I go, yeah, I had a scary dream. Like I can't tell you like very specifically, other than like maybe there was like one scary thing in there. Like that's the only thing I can hone in on, but that's it. And then, or I can tell you like, oh, I had a positive dream, but can't tell you much about it. So yeah, other than that, yeah, I hope you guys found this interesting. This isn't like my normal content, but yeah, I recently found out, like I said, that I have aphantasia, and I knew for a while I didn't have an inner monologue, but I didn't find that out until I was an adult. So to parents that are watching this, go easy on your kids if they're ever getting a homework assignment about like trying to imagine something or like draw something, and if they can't do it, it's not that they don't want to, it might just be the fact that they just literally can't imagine anything. So, yeah. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and like I said, I look forward to hearing your comments, and looking forward to answer some questions if there are any, and yeah, hope you all have a great day. See ya.